All right, let's talk about more Pittsburgh Steelers news that popped up throughout the weekend at the end of last week. They learned Najee Harris's fifth-year option, which has been a big topic of conversation, whether or not they should pick up his option. They have until, I believe, May 2nd to decide on that decision. That option is now $6.79 million for his fifth year in the NFL. He's a three-time back-to-back-to-back 1,000-yard rusher. He has, he was the angriest runner of 2023. At the same time, the dude has put so much weight on his shoulders as the Steelers' top running back over the last couple of years that, you've seen them already have to work manage or load manage his workload early in the season. And that is maybe a bit concerning. You've seen him deal with knee injuries this past year. A lot of questions, both sides. You hear the number $6.79 million. We finally get that out there. As we stand here right now, you think the Steelers should pick up the Steelers, or not the Steelers, Najee Harris's fifth-year option?
I do, quite honestly. I think the way the salary cap increased really makes that much more palatable. And you mentioned some injuries, but Najee still played in 17 games. He still rushed for 1,000 yards. And I thought at times he looked even more explosive than he has. I mean, especially last year and more than I can remember even from his rookie year. So I'm all in on Najee. He is not, I get it. The age and the wear and tear on him is a concern, but he hasn't really shown signs of slowing down. In fact, like I said, I mean, he looked, I forget what the stat is about 20-plus yard runs that he had last season, but he was astonishingly towards the top of that list, which,
yes,
even at his best, even at his, spryest and healthiest and everything like that, you never think of him as a real explosive runner, and he really showed that last year. I think he in my mind, he alleviated a lot of the really big concerns about what his limitations are as a running back. So
yeah,
I'm all in on Najee. He has been nothing but productive. He's, I don't think everyone agrees with everything that he says in the locker room, but there's definitely some leadership qualities there, and he cares and he wants to be around and he wants his team to be good. So I think there is, really very little reason why I wouldn't consider bringing Najee Harris back.
I agree. I think that it's very likely that the Steelers sign him to a fifth-year option or pick up his fifth-year option. There's really no need. You don't want to risk wanting to keep him around for another season and then having to sign him to a one-year deal, because the running back market stinks, but there's still value to it. If you sign him to a one-year deal, chances are it's going to be more than $6.79 million. This dude is very valuable. He's a first-round pick. He's produced like a first-round pick. There hasn't been moments where you've looked at Najee and been like, yeah, he stinks. No, you look at Najee Harris and you go, that's a 1,000-yard running back. That's pretty good. He's done exactly what you've looked for in a running back. 6.79 is super affordable. I also don't think that really hurts the Steelers' salary cap situation as a whole in 2 years. And there are other questions. Is Jaylen Warren's 25, 26 years old at this point? He's going on to the last year of his deal. Are you going to sign him to another deal? He's going to be worth, he's making less than $1 million a year. He's going to be worth more than that. You want to make sure that you have a running back at bare minimum. I think Najee's the dude. I think when you go beyond that, that's when it becomes a question. I don't think that Najee's a dude that gets a second contract in Pittsburgh. I hope he gets one somewhere, but just the way the running back market works, the way he has he's carried the rock so many times in his young career, and he's already 27 years old. I think it'd be tough for him to get that second deal.
Right, but I'm dealing with that problem when it arrives.
Yeah, when it comes.
Najee's also only 25, at least according to, he was 25 last year. I don't know what.
So he'll be 27 by the time his fifth-year deal's up, right?
Let's see what his birthday is. March 9th. So he turns. So he turns 26 this year. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
happy birthday, Najee Harris.
Yeah, that's true. We'll make sure to remember that. What were we talking about?
Picking up his second contract.
Oh yeah, no, I don't see that really happening either. But I'll deal with that problem when it gets there. He's going to be affordable at least for another year. This is not the time I feel like the Steelers really need to pinch pennies, to be quite honest.
No.
Salary cap increase, pivotal year, take some swings, and this isn't even a big swing. This is this is a safe single that you can hit real easily, and you can lock up a really solid running back for another year. For like you said, very affordable. Like he's
Yeah,
going to be worth more on the open market than that. I feel like even with all the tread in his tires. So this is in my mind not really a tough decision. It's a bit of a no brainer, to be quite honest.
I agree. And I think that when it comes to the 5th-year option's easy, especially you go up $30 million, even if it goes up another 15 next year, you're chilling. Like you've no worries in the world, especially like, what we're going to talk about next, if that happens, the easiest thing in the possible world to stay under the salary cap. If it's Kenny Pickett, easiest thing in the world to stay under you have a whole year still of him just being on his last deal or his rookie deal. Like there are easy ways, right? If they trade for Justin Fields or sign Kirk Cousins, things become a little bit different. But for right now, I think that's the way to go about it. Second contract, we'll see when that happens. We'll see what the salary cap's looking like. We'll see what he's looking to get. If Najee Harris is a dude who's looking and he's like, hey, I want 10 million plus a year. All right, you have fun in the free agency market. You have a good time. I wish you the best. If you're looking for 6, depending on how good you are, maybe the Steelers, they ink you to 6 and they give you another 2 years and you feel really good, And I think to be a journeyman that way, you make more in your career because it doesn't come to an end because you're looking for a bunch of money. And that stinks as a running back market. That's the worst, but I think that's the spot that they're in. But yes, when it comes to 5th-year option, easy. Should be really the only question. I think they have like a week left to sign franchise tags. No chance they're franchise tagging anybody. I don't even know anybody that they would. Franchise Mason Rudolph, a swift $28 million, whatever. Yeah. Not happening. So I think they're good. Najee Harris, May 2nd. I didn't anticipate that gets picked up.